Hey Internet, this is Tech Boy.
Psychic Wheels. We're at Makerfaire, as you can see here in the background. There are a lot of people showing up this year. I'm not sure if it's more than last year, it kind of feels like it. But anyway, if you don't remember or you're not informed somehow what Makerfaire is, it's basically an event where makers basically bring what they made and show it off to.
We saw some guys that were riding these skateboards that were powered by some motor and they had like a thing on themselves.
Yeah, it's a lot of really fun.
Yeah. To quote myself from last year, it's a museum for not ordinary people but extraordinary people. So let's go check it out.
Alright, so these are kind of all these things. So we ended up with this. This has all the same movements,
Gangnam Style.
That's great. Oh no, you fell over.
that was a hack. Go in there, find it, boom, sit. As soon as I got it, wrapped it on up. I wanted the radio to still work. That's the hard part, is getting this to happen and without destroying the radio in the process.
Yeah. So what is NYC Resistor?
So NYC Resistor is a hackerspace that collectively we rent a space in Brooklyn where we can keep our machine tools, our soldering irons, and our oscilloscopes. Because here in New York City, there's just no one has enough space to keep that at home.
Right.
We've grown to teach classes. We're open to the public a couple nights a week for folks to come in to bring their projects, to come hack on them, offer suggestions, answer questions, and just sort of bring the community together.
Right. What's the concept behind Geek Mom? What were you trying to achieve in starting Geek Mom?
Well, Geek Mom was started by some of the women that were writing for Geek Dad. The idea is that there's a lot of cool technology and science fiction that people like to share with their kids. Especially with Geek Moms, it's not always typical for moms to be into science fiction and comic books and things like that. So we wanted a place where people that were interested in that could all get together and talk about the stuff that they're all interested in and how you can share it with your kids.
And what's the company that you're working with, and what is this?
Sure, my name is Seema Patel. I'm with a company called Interbots. We make apps and robots to help kids with autism practice social interaction skills and other daily life skills.
What do you have to say to young makers like us to get us interested and involved in the maker community and maybe seeing you?
Well, I think it's a great time to be a maker. That I got started with 8-bit computers, and now you can get 8-bit microcontrollers that are far more powerful, far more easy to use, more flexible. And if your school doesn't have a shop class anymore, which most of them don't, you can do a lot of that at home now. In your garage or in your room. You can get T-slot extrusion and build things. You can wire things up with breadboards that you don't need a lot of equipment to get started. And but where you can go with it is just amazing.
And what would you have to say directly to the new geek generation and kids that are interested in all of this?
Even if what you like is not what everybody likes, if you look around, you're going to find other people that share your interests, and those are the people you should hang out with. And those are the people that are going to be cool to hang out with as you grow older.
So for those of you who don't know you or aren't familiar with the Make community, who are you and what do you represent?
Sure. I'm Dale Doherty. I founder of Make Magazine and Makerfaire.
That's great. Okay, in the Make community, how do you see that it will evolve over time to represent the younger side of the community?
Yeah. Well, we were just doing a panel on makerspaces, and makerspaces are a place where you acquire the skills to be able to do projects. You have access to tools that you might need, and often the expertise of other people.
Right.
So it's really important, I think, for us to figure out ways to open up spaces to kids, and also take those spaces to where kids spend a lot of time, like school or community centers, and really focus our efforts on how can they acquire the skills to do the projects they dream of doing. I think young people, if they sort of start demanding it, asking for it, saying we want it, and we're willing to organize to get it, that's a good step. Like, it might be a club at your school that you start. It might be some way of saying, can we have this space? We want to use it for a maker club.
And how do you see the Maker Faire itself evolve over time? How do you see what's the future?
Sure. I mean, partly this has grown, and here in our third year, we have a lot more people this year than we did in our first. And
I noticed.
So it changes, but partly it's spreading through individuals doing maker fairs in other cities, and so we have 60 maker fairs this year around the world, mini maker fairs. So it's all part of that. I see it having more impact on its community over time, and so it's not something that's just an event, but connects to lots of people throughout the year. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Hey, Internet, this is Tech Boy.
This is Psychic Noodles. So it's the end of Maker Faire. It's really dark out. You can sort of see us, maybe. There were more people, more makers, more people showing up.
The revolution is really growing.
It was really great.
We got to interview Dale Doherty, which was amazing. I was freaking out after it. Today was just an incredibly amazing day.
Yes, that's the only way you can describe it.
See you later, Internet.